Single phase dual converter. We have already covered a single phase full converter. Single phase full converter allows only two quadrant operation. Now if we take this full converter and connect back to back as shown in figure A, both the output voltage and load current can be reversed. The system will provide four quadrant operation and it's called as dual converter. Dual converter are normally used in high power variable speed drive application. If alpha 1 and alpha 2 are the delay angles for converter 1 and converter 2 respectively, the corresponding average output voltages for these two converters are VDC1 and VDC2 respectively. The delay angles are controlled such that one converter operates as rectifier and other converter operates as inverter, but both converters produces the same average output voltage. Figure B shows output waveforms of for the two converters where two output voltages are same. Figure C shows VI characteristics of dual converter. The average output voltages for these two converters are given by equation VDC1 is equal to 2 Vm divided by pi cos alpha 1 and VDC2 is equal to 2 Vm divided by pi cos alpha 2. Since one converter is operating in rectification mode and another one is operating in inverting mode, that means the relationship between these two average voltages is given by equation VDC1 is equal to minus VDC2 or cos alpha 2 is equal to minus cos alpha 1, which is given by equation cos pi minus alpha 1. Therefore, alpha 2 will be equal to pi minus alpha 1 since the average voltages for converter 1 and converter 2 will be same. Since the instantaneous output voltage for the two converters are out of phase, there will be an instantaneous voltage difference and this will result in circulating current between the two converters. This circulating current will, will not flow through the load and is normally limited by circulating current reactor L. So we have the reactor L connected in the two converters shown in figure A, that is L by 2 and L by 2. For converter 1 it is L by 2 and for converter 2 it is L by 2. If VA1 and VA2, or if I consider V01 and V02 are the instantaneous output voltages for converter 1 and 2 respectively, the circulating current can be found by integrating the instantaneous voltage difference starting from omega t is equal to 2 pi minus alpha 1, since the output voltages during the intervals omega t is equal to pi plus alpha 1 to 2 pi minus alpha 1 are equal, their contribution to instantaneous circulating current I is 0. Therefore, the instantaneous circulating current is given by equation 1 divided by omega LR integration 2 pi minus alpha 1 to omega t VR d omega t, which is equal to 1 divided by omega into LR integration 2 pi minus alpha 1 to omega t, and we have two instantaneous voltage for converter 1 and converter 2, which are denoted by V01 and V02. So the value of VR is equal to V01 minus V02 into d omega t. If we solve this integration, we get the value of instantaneous current as IR is equal to 2 Vm divided by omega into LR multiplied by cos omega t minus cos alpha 1. The circulating current depends on the delay angle and becomes maximum when alpha 1 is equal to pi, omega t is equal to n pi, where n varies from 0 to 4 up to, that is nothing but even numbers, and it is minimum at alpha 1 is equal to 0 and omega t is equal to n minus pi, where n is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. That is for odd. If the peak load current is IP, one of the converter that controls the power flow may carry the peak current, and the value of that peak current is given by IP plus 4 Vm divided by omega L. The dual converter can be operated with or without circulating current. So we can operate the dual converter by considering this circulating current or by neglecting this circulating current. In case of operation without circulating current, only one converter operates at a time and carries the load current, and another converter is completely blocked by not giving the gate pulses. However, the operation with circulating current has some advantages. Mainly, the circulating current maintains continuous conduction of both converter over the whole control range independent of the load. Since one converter operates as rectifier and another converter operates as inverter, the power flow in either direction at any time is possible. That means we can have a bidirectional power flow control using this dual converter. Since both converters are in continuous conduction, the time response for charging from one quadrant operation to another quadrant operation is faster as compared to semi converter and full converter. So these are the advantages of operating the dual converter in circulating current mode.